And, we were able to get that small little break, and that break just recently starting to, come on the brink of being expired. We are going to see those winds picking up, and, it won't just be for today. We are talking about winds that are expecting to continue over into portions of tomorrow as well. So exactly going to see those winds picking up.
I want to share with you guys here some more footage of mystery objects in the sky over the Palisades fires. Now, this is ongoing. I've got separate clips here, something to add to what I previously dropped, and then something new. And this newer one you can see right here is a darker object that is way out there in the clouds. And you can go look at the original footage of it. Someone was panning at a distance. It was just barely visible, as you can see right here in the frame around my mouse, right there. But when you examine it and zoom in on it and throw some layers on it, you can see there's something there. And it's just kind of creeping around in the sky, in the smoke, a little bit different from what the orbs are doing. The orbs are zipping around all over the place. And you can see the object right there on the left. Even happens to have something lighting up on the tips or on the ends. When you freeze the frames, it looks like one shot almost looks like a row of windows. As crazy as it sounds, right there when it's lit up. Very interesting footage here of this object. It almost looks like it could potentially be triangular off those first few frames. Right there. Does indeed look like it. Looks like a triangular object. And at different times it seems the tips are lighting up and it's some other stuff going on with it. However, it's operating. But it was just right there in the broad daylight in the clouds over the Palisades fires. And this shot is an orb coming in the frame up top up here. You can see him right here above my mouse. He dives down. He's all over the place. Just going as he pleases. Stopping on a dime, turning, and going wherever he wants. Dives down above the road. You can see right there. And then he ends up coming back out of the same area. You can see right there, shoots back out up into the sky. And these orbs are observing everything that's going on. Again, this was Santa Monica, over the beach, and you can see all the smoke in the background. This matches my last video that I dropped in terms of the orbs. So, something's going on. What is it? Let's talk about it over on the live streams. Join me. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Dabu77, where I'm talking about this in a whole lot more in greater detail. Till next time, eyes to the sky.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Onto this like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. This is going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. One of y'all brothers are edified through the spirit. As you can see, eyes in the skies, which those of us that's in the know, we've been saying this for a long period of time. And why we've been saying that? Because we're being backed up by the scriptures. Now it's being more publicly out there that everybody is starting to see these things, which are not things, but according to them, they don't know no better. They don't have no clue what these are. They still questioning things. These are the chariots of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Every event that takes place on the planet Earth, any and every event, they are involved in. Wars, skirmishes, the chariots are there. Why? To make prophecy alive, to make things happen. So now the world's watching this fire, and the chariots are showing themselves. So now people will get this. Now that the narrative is stating, oh, they're responsible for these things. Before, you see the chariots in wars. What prime example? What when it was attacking Iran, you will see the chariots, but they will pretend like it doesn't exist. But now all of a sudden, I'm not knocking Dabu. I'm just seeing the narrative, everything. Now all of a sudden, oh, these orbs, they're just there. All right. Esau is spinning the narrative, and people just going by talking points. But like I stated, this is biblical. All right, this is all biblical. It's like the other event. They watching live news and a chariot just sweep by. They're just letting me know, like, yep, we're here. All right. What's good for us is bad for them. Couple quick scriptures. I don't have to make this too long. Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom. So why all these chariots, clouds, like they'll say, orbs are just all around? Because these are the eyes of the Lord. All right, to back that up, Proverbs 15 and 3 says, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So these chariots are observing. That's what he said. Oh, and what he said too about the other one. It was like there's windows in there. And I can't remember. I know one in Isaiah, but I don't know if it was a movie or a show. But they were saying that the chariots look like they have windows in there. So if they got windows in there, that means somebody's in there. All right. You can't get around this. That's what makes it so beautiful. It's like you cannot say these things are not real. They're more real than anything that in this world. Going back to Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. And what is the sinful kingdom? The sinful kingdom is America. Sin, well, we don't have to explain that one. Sin is transgression of the law. This is the land that breaks the laws consistently without second nature. So this kingdom is that's why they did the research. All the quote-unquote UFOs sightings are mostly here in America. Mainly in the East Coast, but all the great UFO sightings are in America. And it says, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. So this land, everything that's happening in California right now, all these things before the fire, there was a smog. People was getting sick. What was it? Slack it. A year ago. Was it a year ago? I believe. A lot of, train wrecks. It was a year ago. And each train wreck so happened, those train wrecks where the chemicals, all right, chemicals is at. I'm bringing this up for a reason. And certain places, the chemicals spill. And like I said in the last previous video, there's a law that states that any natural disaster or disaster, the U.S. government can take over. So the U.S. government takes over certain pieces of land like real estate for natural disasters. And majority of things that's happening supposedly is natural disaster. So America is becoming a shell of itself, a disaster area. All right. And ultimately, the Lord is going to make this whole entire continent a disaster area, a radioactive, uninhabited land. And he's going to do it by the ICBM nuclear missiles, right? And his first begotten with the chariots of Israel, which is the same chariots that's walking, just flying around. They're going to shoot lasers, concentrated fire onto this place. It's going to make this whole land to be a wasteland. It says, saving that will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. And the house of Jacob is what? Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Despite America's destiny, the Lord is still going to have mercy upon his people. Mainly the elect. Those that were chosen not to be destroyed in this land. So the Lord deliberately created this land to be wasted. All right. The uttermost part of the world to be a wasteland. So prior to that wasteland, the angels are watching. All right. The angels are taking notes of what's going on here. And that's why they come to that conclusion. Just like in Sodom, the angels came down with Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Lord probably told them, but they had to see it for themselves. And when they saw what they saw, they had the mission to get Lot and his family out of that land before they destroy it. And before the idea of a nuclear missile or splitting the atom, the Lord Ben had that technology, the fire and brimstone. So the Lord purposely granted this man this ability. In fact, let me get that real quick. Isaiah 34:16. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Isaiah 54. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, that bring forth an instrument for his work. The smith is the modern day scientist. All right? They have the idea. In order for this thing to happen, you have to have what? The rocket. The vessel that's going to carry the rocket. All right? The technology to split the atom, to split the nuclear, and shoot forth precise targets. Okay? The Lord gave that idea up to them. It was Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that gave him that idea. And it said, bring forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord created ammunition for a point of destiny. That point of destiny is America. All right. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. So anything that's created is not going to prosper against the elected of the nation Israel. All right. Yes, even the ICBM nuclear missiles. That's why the elect is going to be beamed up, meaning they're not going to be destroyed by it. And every tongue that rise up against thee in judgment that shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, save the Lord. So it shows you a key point of a key individuals. Now the same individuals are going to be delivered from the set destruction. The same orbs that they're seeing in Dabu, all the news, your regular news is starting to see these orbs, not knowing that these are the vehicles that's going to deliver the very elect from the set destruction. So the chariots are getting intel. They're seeing the behaviors of the people, how they're responding to whatever. Instead of getting better and more fair, the people have become more proud and arrogant. So they're reporting these things to the Lord. And the Lord already know. So the Lord's going to just like, I'm about to wipe this place out. All right. One scripture came in mind when I was thinking about this. Get this real quick. 2 Maccabees 5:1. It says, but about the same time, Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt. That is going to the Syrian War, the 6 Syrian Wars, which was against the Ptolemies and the Seleucus dynasty, which became the Antiochus. All right. And it says, and then it happened that through all the city, for the space of almost 40 days, they were seen horsemen running in the air and clothed of gold, armed with lace like band of soldiers. So is it talking about an actual man up in the sky? No, it's talking about the chariots. All right. And this is what the chariots were doing. Because what did Dabu just said? They're doing whatever they want to do. You're right. And sometimes they have war games. It says, and the troops of the horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another. So playing. And it says, with shaking of shield, the multitude of the pikes, the drawing of swords, casting off darts, glittering of golden ornaments, harnesses of all sorts. Wherefore every man prayed that the apparitions might turn to good. So back then they knew when they saw something extraordinary, it was not always a good omen. So the same thing's happening right now. People are seeing these things. They have no idea if it's a righteous or is it condemning. They have no clue, but they're in fear, and rightfully so, because these chariots, which we know, is not a good thing for this land. That's what it says in, oh yeah, let me get this one. Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 about, I want to get to the point. 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones, which are the elect. I have also called my mighty ones. Who is the Lord mighty ones? The angels. That's the Lord's mighty ones. All right. From my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. So the Lord has set aside his army. All right. For this great battle. So they're just out there having a blast. They can't wait to get down and tear things apart. But right now, they're just observing. Seeing people's behavior, studying everybody. But when it's time to execute, like it says about there be spirits that are created for vengeance, they were not hesitant to react. So we in a time of observation. That's what it's spiritual too, because what we always bring out Jeremiah 16:16, and obviously tells you about fishing, being in fishing season, and after the fishing season is what? Hunting season. Well, that's the same things in the heavens. There's a observation season, and then it's about to be a destruction season. Revelations 12:7, I believe. And there was a war. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So Michael, which is a great archangel of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the Lord's second in command of the army, he's going to go to war with the chariots of Israel. But he's going to go to war against whom? The chariots of Esau. All right. And prevail not, neither was there any place found any more in heaven, which is not talking about actual heaven, it's talking about heaven on earth. Because they, like the Highlander, they only could be one ruler, one rulership, one person to dictate everything. That is how everything's supposed to be. So the Lord is using Esau to falsify these drones, while the chariots of the Lord is watching, observing, and are fully involved, because their job is to push forward his works. So it's a beautiful thing that we're seeing. Matter of fact, we ended off on this. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him." And the righteous is going to stand in great boldness, not of their own accord, but according to the scriptures. All right, gotta throw that out there. You could be bold as a lion, but what makes you bold as a lion? Your honor, your pride, or the work that you do for the Lord? Everybody should say the work that they do for the Lord, because we stand on truth. It says, before the such has afflicted him and made no account of his labors, when they see it, there shall be terrible. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the straightness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. So chariots all over the place, but just imagine a chariot of the Lord decides to pick a man of the Lord or a woman and deliver them from their set destruction that surround them. Of course they're going to be complaining. Of course, because that is so beyond their mindset. People believe that this kingdom is going to last forever. But with all this pressure and all this heat, this is the epicenter of the Lord bringing forth his chariots to render vengeance for what they have done unto the Lord's people. All right? So we're in beautiful times right now. Real beautiful. Let me get this last one. It says, Matthew 6:26. "Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into their barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you can taken thought can add a cubit into his statue?" And it goes on and on. But the point is, there's nothing on the planet Earth that's not sanctioned without the Lord say so. All right? Zephaniah explains it too, when he's talking about, matter of fact, we get that. I believe it's Zephaniah 3:5. "The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will do no iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. It faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame." So Yeah, the Lord is the one that's directing all the steps for everybody. Every single being on the planet Earth is being dictated to the beat of the Lord. And this proves it. All right? There's no such thing as free will. There's no such thing as none of that. It's the Lord's will. And it says, fact. Let's get this on Slack here. What's my train of thought? Lost my train of thought. Slack here. We'll just end it off on this. Oh. I was right. Matthew 26. Matthew 6. Let me see. Let me just type it in. Okay. Matthew's 20. I keep saying 26. Matthew 6. And jeez, maybe it's the 10th chapter. I just want to get something real quick, dang. There it is. Matthew 10 and 28. Fear not which can kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not two sparrows sold for farthing? Of one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. So all this is happening. This is not happening just by coincidence. It's happening because the Lord is sanctioning it. Even the point of people are able to record. All right. That in itself shows you that the Lord is allowing this to happen. Proving that Yahweh Shem Yahshua controls everything. Everything. All right. So that was something real quick. They're watching everything. And why? Because that is the Lord's will. Because they are all fulfilling prophecy. We're in that time, friends. With that being said, shalom to the elected nations. Shalom.